Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the PC build giveaway. So in the last episode we paired the motherboard with a CPU. We don't know if it works yet. We cleaned everything up. We took out the battery. So we know we're going to have a resetted BIOS. I'm not going to explain everything what all that means, because if you watch my previous videos then I've explained it in there. But yeah, so this episode I think we're going to tackle the RAM. We've got 4 slots here, but reading about the CPU and the mother well, just the CPU, I think it only can handle 2. We'll try 4, I don't know, but we'll tackle the RAM and we'll tackle a cooler, and that'll be it for this video. If you want a chance to get this free PC or be involved in the giveaway, all you got to do is subscribe. So literally hit the subscribe button and you're in with a chance for it. I just wanted to check the back there. So there's a plate here on the back of the motherboard, which I believe we need for the Intel cooler solution, so that's okay. There's a plate there. I don't know if that plate comes off ever. It looks like it's stuck on, I don't know. But yeah, let's go and get the RAM. So over the past course of building my PC, if you've watched that, and the last 8 months I've been collecting PC parts, and I have RAM sticks literally in all different places. So I'm going to go around and collect all of those. So like literally I have, I think I had some RAM in my box here. Yeah. So I have, I think, so these are laptop RAMs, so that's no good. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks of RAM there. So, oh, another stick, so whatever, how many that is now. Okay, we've got a new battery in there. Let's just see if there was more underneath. Alright. So that's that. I've got more sticks of RAM in here, so we'll take those out. I've got more sticks of RAM just sitting on my table here, so I'll take those. Okay, so we have 3 sticks of RAM there, 4, 5, 11 sticks of RAM. There we go. So that should be enough. Hopefully we're going to go with 2 sticks at the moment. We'll check if 4 will work with the CPU, because I read online that the CPU couldn't do 4 RAM, it does 2. But we'll check. We know it's either DDR1, 2 or 3 can handle, so does the board. One of my issues with RAM is they never tell you what DDR they are. So like this doesn't tell you what DDR it is. If anyone knows what to look out for, I know I'll look at the sticker. It just says, so this one says 512 MB 1 times 8 PC2. So PC2 might be DDR2. This one says 1000 MB 2 kit PC2. So that's 1000. That's 1 megabyte. This one says 1 megabyte PC2. So that matches. So we've got a match there. This one says from Elixir 512, and this is DDR 400 megahertz. So that's a different one. Can't be DDR4 that, can it? Because that would be good if it is. This says PC3. DDR PC3. I reckon it's DDR3. So we've got 3 there. So we reckon it's 2 there too, right? This one says nothing, so we have no idea what that one is. I think. Oh wait, 256. No, don't know. This one's a 256 megabytes DDR 400 megahertz PC3. So that could be similar to that one, but this is only 250. This is 500. Okay, this one is 2 gigabytes PC3. So that's a 2 gig, and this one is the same, 2 gig PCI, and it has 2R. So 2R means it's got chips on both sides. So these two are a pair. Now we have 512 again and a PC2, so that's 500s are up there. I'm going to put another 500 and a PC2, and that's another match, and then another 500 and a PC2. Alright, so this one we don't know what it is, this one here, so let's leave that there. We've got 500, so these are matching, and these are 512 PC2s. These are 512s PC2s. These are 1 PC2s. These were what, 512, so 512 PC2s, and these were 2 gigabytes and PC3s. So I reckon PC3, I reckon these are DDR3 and these are DDR2s. So we'll go with the DDR3s for this build because we've chosen the best chip and the best board. So the fastest RAM I have are these Kingston 2 gigabyte 2R times 8. So there's 8 chips there and 8 chips there, both sides, because it's 2R, and then PC3. And these are 1066. So the speed is 1066, I believe that means. So we'll go with these two from Kingston as a pair, and then because these are 1 megabytes and both sides, the speed, because if you put a lower speed, I understand this, I'm not an expert, as you know, I'm just an ordinary guy. If you put a lower speed RAM, the computer will go with the lower speed RAM even if you've got a higher speed RAM in your system. So we'll go with the 1000 hertz because I think these speeds are, yeah, this says 5300. What? 5300, 4200, 400. Maybe that's not, that says U, not mega. So yeah, I reckon they're slower, so we'll just put these to the side for now. Put back our motherboard into play. Now, from what I understand, these are lanes, so you got lane 1, A. You might have A, B, C, D. Like the two white ones might be A, B, and then the black ones might be C, D. I don't know. Let's see if it says anything on the motherboard. And they're calling on the motherboard, they're calling them channels, and I'm wrong. So DIMM 1 and DIMM 0, and you've got channel A and channel B. So these are both A and these are both B. So I'm going to want one in A and one in B. Okay. Now I don't know which one. I might have to watch the internet to understand which one, but let's go with the black ones. Now you have a notch in your RAM stick, which will line up with the notch in your DIMM. So that's how you know how to line that up. You can only go in one way, and this does not actually fit. This doesn't fit either. Oh, yeah. So there's our first problem encountered. We can't use this RAM because the notches don't line up. Right, so, and this RAM we believe was DDR3. That's what I'm thinking it is, don't know. But I think these are DDR3. Let's check this RAM a minute. This is the next fastest RAM we identified. Doesn't fit that way. These ones do fit. That was funny. So that notch is in a total different place. Over so slightly there. Okay, I get to keep the good RAM for the next build. So we should be able to just push down hard, probably from the center, until these two side bits clip in. Yeah, you want to hear some clicks. So that's in. I hope I've chosen the right channel. I don't know if anyone can let me know. If well, it's trial and error, so when we turn it on, we'll change it to the other. Okay, 2 clicks, one each side, both RAMs are in. So that's the RAM. Put these now to the side. Keep them paired up. Now this I really don't know what that one is. Value RAM. Oh, wait a second here. No, it still doesn't tell me. Really don't know. We might check all the RAMs just so I can identify them, put a sticker on them so I know. Now, would it be the nearest to the CPU or the furthest to the CPU? Why would you do that? You wouldn't, would you? I might change my mind here, guys. I might change my mind because I'm thinking the shortest path is what you want. Okay, unclip it back out. It comes out much easier than it goes in. We're gonna go with this slot first then. Okay, got the clicks. God. Okay, you really do have to press a bit hard there to get your RAMs in. Shout out to the guys who do YouTube videos on building computers. You know who you are. I'm not going to name you because there's so many that I'm watching. You know, the main ones I watch, J2 Sense and Linus, and there's a few others as well, Brytech and stuff. And I'm going to go watch back and see if I've got the right RAM slots. I don't think that's right, but we're going to stick with it for now. But you do want one stick in one channel, like channel A, DIMM 1, and you want one stick in channel B, DIMM 0. I do remember that. Right, the next thing we're going to have to pick out is a cooler, and because it's Intel, it's going to be an Intel cooler, so let me get the bits for that. Okay, so these are the coolers that we salvaged from other PC parts. We've got this one, we've got this beast here, and we have this one, and we've got this. It probably went on there somehow, if I remember. Did it? Maybe. Why would it? Because it's got gaps there. We've got this piece here. Okay, so this says Foxconn, and I think this was the whole setup for Foxconn, so we won't use that. Although it's probably the better cooler. Hold on. I just found another one here. Now, what is this one? Where did that come from? So you want it to go that way. Test fit it here. Hold on. This, I don't think this was one. Alright, so that leaves us with this. There's no way of me mounting that, so I'm left with this cooler here. So let's just see if that will fit. Yeah, holes line up. Okay, so it looks like this is the cooler. It's all been cleaned up already in the past videos. Got Cooler Master on it, so pretty good. Right, now we just need to identify where the fan clicks in, which is looks like here, CPU fan. Yeah, it says it there. I don't know if I want to put thermal paste on yet until the system is working. So when we power it up, am I going to remember that I didn't put thermal paste in there? That is the issue. And then did this go in there or not? No. What I got on that? No, I don't know where that. Don't know where this came from. Anyone know where that came from? does fit. Am I missing something? I could be missing this part. So do I want all of that? Apparently this does perform better with a cone. So I wonder, how did this go? Let's move you across a minute, mate. That really does go in nice on that. So weird. Did that just go on there? Oh, that may have just gone on there. Do I want a cone on there? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on the case, right? If that case can take a cone like that. There's still gaps though, so something's telling me this has to go on somehow. But no, they're both the same. Maybe that was to the other PC. The one in my system, maybe that was. Or maybe this did go on there. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Now we're talking. That is a cooler and a half. But you see there's still like, I suppose not, but you see around the edge, you can see daylight through the edge there. Anyway, shall we stick some thermal paste on just so we've done it? Or are we tempting the gods for failure? Alright, I'm going to put some thermal paste. Still have the MX4 thermal compound, and we'll put a touch on. We're going to assume everything works. So the fan head is over there, so I'm going to have this facing this way. I've got no worries about the RAM clearing anything, and we're lined up. Now we need a screwdriver. How big a screwdriver? That's pretty big in there. Okay, so maybe this one. I'm just going to hold this a second. Do it in a cross, so a couple of turns there. A couple of turns there. So I do it in a cross pattern, like before, on my PC build. Put this cone on first. Should have put that on last. So then just keep doing it a couple of turns each side, so you get an equal pressure down on that CPU. Need a better screwdriver. Oh, I didn't check if all the springs were there. There is no springs. Okay, crack on. I thought there were springs on it. Alright guys, so you just screw all the 4 screws in a cross pattern as much as you can, and then once you've got enough bite, you just tighten them up until it don't spin no more. Not over tightened, but yeah, that's our cooler fan on, and all that's left to do is connect it. So you're looking for some writing on your board that says CPU fan, This has a 4-pin connection, that's a 4-pin there, and you're going to check that, you know, this only goes in one side, so that can now just go in. And be careful not to bend the pins. So another thing I don't like about PCs building is I'm going to do a list actually of everything that's not really great when building a PC for people. I mean, like enthusiasts. There should be, you know, this 4-pin sticking out like that and lining up 4 pins to that. There should be a better connection for that, for instance. So that's one thing I don't particularly like. The other thing was, you know, the retention arm and the CPU. Again, it just doesn't seem right. Like, there should be a better way of doing it. You know, the CPU with all the multiple pins. Now don't force this, just make sure it's lined up, and then it will just ease down itself. Might need to come up a bit. Can't see all the way down there. And there we have it. Alright, so that is our motherboard prepped. We've got the RAM in there. I don't know if in the right slots or not, but we've got the fan on, the CPU, the motherboard, all compatible, should be. And that's it for this video. So remember, if you want a chance to win this final PC build, just subscribe, maybe message, maybe hit my Instagram so that I can know who people are seriously watching and are interested. And yeah, that's all you've got to do. So that'll be it for this video. Come back on the next one where we will put the power supply and maybe just test it like this. I think all we need to do now is put a power supply and maybe the hard drive, so the boot system, or can I just boot into BIOS? I don't know. We'll put the battery back, and yeah, so next one we'll see if the power supply and some peripherals all work before we start working on the case. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Any comments, let me know. Anything you see I've done wrong, possibly this RAM, maybe it should be in the other two. Easily fixed. I'm going to go and research it anyway. I'll probably have got this wrong, not quite sure, but I'll definitely correct it by the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.